So I've said many times that the coronavirus was one of the greatest blessings to our black children. And the reason why I've said that, not because of, the pandemic itself and harming people, no. But it removed our children out of the public school system for them to be basically homeschooled. And with that removal of our children being homeschooled, literally, it has kept our children from being subjected to things that was going on in schools, what I'm going to talk about in this story. So they had a Michigan teacher that was accused of creating a hostile environment for black students. It's in a 14-page letter written on behalf of a 16-year-old girl in conjunction with a complaint filed with the Michigan Department of Civil Rights. It said, letter details several examples of racist behavior from Michele Macke, a math teacher at Pioneer High School. Let's say in Ann Arbor, toward junior Makayla Kelsey and other black students. Like Kelsey is being represented by the Civil Rights Litigation Initiative at the University of Michigan Law School. They say in the letter, they say the CRLI, claim Macke mistreated black students by insulting them and their parents in front of the entire class, picking on members of the Black Student Union, and refusing to attend a Black History Month assembly because it was a waste of time and didn't focus on how whites help black people. Boy, that sounds like a classic white supremacist to me. The instructor was also accused of using coded language. It said like criminal and delinquent toward black students. It said Ariel Yancey, a 2020 Pioneer graduate, told CRLI Macke told students, you don't listen in class. Your teachers say you're failing. He said, you're a hooligan waiting to be delinquent in life. You're going to be a loser in life. See, let me tell y'all something. What this woman is doing and what a lot of them doing are speaking what you call curses on your children. You can speak a word of blessing and you can speak curses. This woman was cursing black people, saying you are going to be a hooligan. You are going to be a loser. She's cursing them. That's what she's doing. And this is why, once again, I said coronavirus has been a big blessing for our children to remove them from the clutches of these white supremacists who call themselves teachers. So the letter also detailed another instance when Macke questioned Kelsey about her mother's involvement in her life as she returned from an absence related to a chronic health condition. It said the teen was also dealing with trauma related to witnessing a friend's death. This white supremacist teacher says, does your mom have a plan for your life? It said, does your mom work? What does she do for a living? Does your mom just drop you off and continue with her life? This is what she was saying, right? So the young sister's mother, Charmel, confronted Macke about her comments, but the situation did not improve. Instead, the CRLI claims school administrators refused to believe Kelsey when she said she felt bullied by Miss Macke and unsafe at school. They say the administrators reportedly declared her truant and attempted to refer her to an alternative school. So talking about this teacher treating her, racial, they want to send her to alternative school. This is why I said, brothers and sisters, so many times, we can't allow our black children to go to school with these people. They are murdering us in the streets. They are waging genocide campaigns on black people. Why have black people trusted these people to educate our children? Why? Once again, I'm going to say this again. Coronavirus removed our kids from their clutches. And that's been a beautiful thing. Because prior to this, I talked about this and y'all act like y'all couldn't do it. Now y'all was forced to do it. They say in another incident, they say this white supremacist grabbed Kelsey by her arm after she tried to pick up a document on the teacher's desk. They say the letter also accused Macke of yanking Yancey and another black student. They say Macke was placed on administrative leave before she was allowed back in the classroom. Now they said Macke's reputation, talking about the white supremacist teacher, has also potential legal ramifications because she's also accused of posting the students' failing grades on the smart board to embarrass them, which is an act of the family violation of this Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, which bars the distribution of privacy educational records like attendance records and grades. It said this teacher's classroom is the only place where pioneers black students felt targeted. It said the letter states students in the economics class are made to play a game to see which one could collect the most slaves. Okay? Black students told the CRLI they will receive harsher punishment compared to their white counterparts. That's the standard operating procedure in America, period. White people get less, you get more, no matter where it's at. So they say that additionally, black female students experience unequal enforcement of the school dress code. I say according to the Detroit News. The CRLI letter is demanding Macke's termination, the establishment of a race discrimination complaint system, and investigation conducted by a third-party civil rights organization. Now, this is Ann Arbor Public Schools, okay? They said they stand against any acts of racism. Of course, they always say that bigotry or bias. Say we will not comment publicly on personnel processes pending litigation. But this has been happening all over the country, ladies and gentlemen. This is not just Ann Arbor Public Schools. It's all of them for the most part. You got some white supremacist teacher in there, or teachers in there, treating our students this way. They go and indoctrinate our children, miseducate our children, do all this dirt to our children. We leave our children to these people for 8 hours at least a day for them to do their dirt against our children. This is why I could not put my little girl, my precious little girl, with these people. Because no, you're not gonna make my little girl feel a certain kind of way about herself. No. She got teachers that look like her, that has her culture, and could teach her good things. I refuse for these people to educate my children. Hell no, it ain't happening. And the longer this pandemic go on, the more of you black parents need to get it in your head that you need to homeschool your child. Stop trying to send your kids to these people. They care nothing about your children. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the situation with this particular school and what happened to this young sister and many other black children. I mean, this happens all the time. Trust me on that. And as long as we in Babylon, this is a reality. This is why I always tell people, you really need to sit down and really think about your life and what you're going to do with your personal family. Are you going to keep subjecting them to Babylon? Or are you going to start looking elsewhere and taking your talents to the continent?